See, the thing is, if you look at your drawings, you can see how important it is to draw whatever comes to you. Because somebody has, I think, got a boat, and if you look at the boat and you look at the shape, it's like a boat. That's how it starts. A little bit at a time, you get better and better, but it actually goes very quickly. It's not as slow as you think. If you think of it this way, the old time radios where you've got a dial to adjust the frequency, FM 96, whatever it be, you have to sort of turn it a little bit and a little bit back and forth till you hit right on the mark. And when you hit it dead center, that's when you'll get whatever it is right on. But how do I explain this to you? The connection of the higher self, that larger self, I don't know what to call it, but whatever. It's like a wave, and you have to catch it and follow it with this inner attention. Part of my attention needs to be on it and part into the world. It's like when a skier goes up a really tall mountain and they're going to go down a cliff. The second they jump off that cliff, that overthinking conscious mind that's constantly talking completely shuts down. And it's the higher mind that kicks in and makes moves at lightning speed, much faster than the conscious mind can do it. And this is what they call now the flow. When you're in the flow. And when you're in the flow, you're connected to that larger part. And that's exactly what they say. And that's how it comes about. That's beautiful. But there are many other things you can do with that larger part. Because it knows where everything is. And I'm not the expert. I'm just somebody like you who ended up having to learn it. It was never my plan. When I was doing the lottery, I started off the pendulum. I tied little things on the end here, and I would this for that and left for that. It was working, but not good enough. So then next thing I had a piece of paper, I'm sitting at the desk, and I'm just holding a pen. And I have a question. And I just want a yes or no. Yes or no. Will Chicago win tonight? Yes or no. Sometimes I would sit there for 2 hours. Oh, so crazy. It just brings me back to that time. But I was so excited. It was working. And even days when it didn't work, I knew I was just not where I needed to be. But that whole time I was connecting to that larger part of myself, but I didn't know that. I didn't even care what was happening. I just needed the right answers so I could make some money and get us out of hell. Now in the meantime, things that were already coming at us continued to come. It's sort of like a train, you can't stop it instantly. Things just keep coming at you. So there was negative things happening, but there were a lot of positive things happening. Like I was at the right place at the right time. There was just, my life just got better. It's like I got luckier. It's like everything just worked easier instead of a struggle. And that just took the tension off, and I relaxed a little bit. And I'm talking about a couple of months, right? My plan wasn't to go after the huge big money. I had too much fear inside me to go after it. I knew I would get away with little bets, even if the universe, didn't like it. Okay, he's making $50, $100. We're not going to bother with him. We go after the big guy. Right? So I figured, I know, it's silly, right? It's crazy, it's silly, I know. But, see, my belief, I cannot go past what I'm willing to believe. There's no way. So, at the time I already understood that I had to stay within inside of my safety bounds and not push too far past my belief, because then that would start to resist me. And I learned that very quickly, because every day, I was doing this every single day. I devoted all my time to it, other than my son and the place and cutting the grass and so forth. Yeah, what a crazy time. Other people, around me, friends, they didn't know what was happening, because I became more of a recluse, because I'm staying inside. I stopped watching the news because I noticed that it was having effect. It just stays in your mind when bad thing, it just sticks in your mind. And so I cut that out. And then I wouldn't talk to anyone about the news, because frankly I wasn't missing it. I wasn't missing it at all. So I changed conversations, and I just became a different person, I think, without really noticing. I don't know which one's the end. Let's just take it that way. I'm not a knitter, right? This is not my thing. So here's how it works with, once you start connecting more and more, it takes a while, right? But that inner self guides you to what you want through the fastest route. And sometimes those routes are really strange, like this. I had no plans of doing this, none. I have a lot of other stuff that I wanted to do. But, you see, that came to me, it's like an inner vision almost, and then I see it, and then there's a feeling behind it. And when that feeling is there, I know it's coming from that larger part. And I know that the end result of this, I don't know what it will be, but I know it's going to be beautiful. I think it might turn into a wave of love. It's possible. Maybe it just vibrates with love, because it's starting to feel that way. See, I can feel that on my skin. Yeah. 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 See, it's like, how you can feel the sun on your skin, but not as intense. Much lighter, but you can feel it just lightly. This is going to be the new dream right here. So I got to get this done. I got to put that in there. I have a lot to do. This is what is this? Thursday night. Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to get it done. Anyway, I was talking about the things that source or your higher self, whatever it is, gets you to do. And some of it's funky. So I don't know what this will be, how it will end up, what the end result is. Maybe I'll end up making these for the rest of my life. I don't know. But I can see that it all has pieces to do with the thing that I asked for. See, I can't talk to you about the lottery, because the lottery isn't done yet by a long shot. And when it's done, I won't have to tell you about it. You'll see. You'll just go, okay, I get you. I understand. Yes. You see, that's how it'll be. If I get there, I think I will. Whenever I catch an impulse from my higher self while I'm doing something, it just sort of slips in. Especially if I take 30 seconds here and there and just become quiet. Just let go. 30 seconds. You just let go. Everything. Everything. Just drop it all. There's nothing. Just completely empty. And in that time, something from my larger self slips in. I don't hear it, I don't see it, I don't know nothing, I just see emptiness. But that emptiness feels pretty good because it just shuts everything down for a minute. And then, given a little bit of time, there's an impulse. And I can follow that impulse when I catch it. And it leads me to a synchronicity, an event. And if I catch the next impulse, if I do that 30-second thing, here and there, I catch another impulse, and the whole thing is magical. You're going to have some incredible days. And what you see here was actually my early attempt to follow those impulses, because I couldn't catch them all the time. So I said, okay, you know what? Use this arm and shake it like this. And as long as I don't think about it, it does work, because I'd be talking to someone or thinking about doing something, I go like this, and I go, oh. And then I just take, I don't know, I would just know at that moment what to do. It just slips in, it's like a download. You know, it's really simple. It's unexplainable, but you can do it, and you do it all the time. You know. Which is really kind of too bad because, you see, it would expand your imagination of what you can do when that larger self connects consciously with you. See, we're connected regardless to that larger self, but it's consciously being connected to it, so that I know I should turn left, but I could go against it. And that's kind of the beauty of this. It's not like there's some God up there that's judging me and says, you should have went left, you stupid fucking monkey. Why didn't you go left? I didn't trust you. That's why I didn't go left. Okay. So it's not like that, because it's actually you. And the only thing that has ever come from that, to me, has been love. And if anything other than love ever came from that signal, it would be over, because I would think that it would be something else, okay, interfering. But my belief is that what we really are is or is saturated with love. So any contact, we, my friends, myself, anyone else that I know in this regard, says the same thing. It's pure love. And it's 100% focused on you and 100% personal. It's not like a blanket God telling everybody to go this way. It's personal because it's you. And it doesn't take long to really feel it. You know, those 30 seconds here and there. You can get away with 30 seconds almost anywhere, even in a restaurant. You can just shut down for 30 seconds. Anyway, I hope that you continue to play the game, because your abilities will show themselves. They'll show themselves to you because your larger self will take you there. See, the whole point is you don't need someone telling you what to do, how to be, how to raise your kids, what to teach them. You don't need that. It's all in you. All that wisdom is in you. The whole point was inner God, not outer God, but inner God, where, you know, it's just love and understanding. So I hope, I don't know, did that make any sense to you? I'm not used to that, yeah. Wow. I should tell you about this some more. It's your inner self. Okay, so once I was working on the lottery, I progressed. You know, I sat on the desk with my pencil, and that was working. And then, you know, it's not working good enough. Some days it's not so good, so I really felt I had to focus more, clear my mind more. The whole time my higher self was pulling me, letting me win, giving me enough money and support that I would continue, but it was pulling me along, getting me to go deeper and deeper into myself. So, and you know, I know that's me because that's exactly what I would do. And so it's kind of a beautiful thing, really. And that's kind of what I'm hoping you'll experience, that things will start happening in your life and you can say, you know what, maybe that's because I'm taking those few minutes to connect. It may not be, but maybe it will be. There's a possibility, right? I think it will be. You should just all move here. Buy the house over there, and buy that one over there, and that one over there, and that one over there. By the way, I should tell you something. Down the street, 1 block is a lottery winner. Down the street, 2 blocks is a lottery winner. Up the street, 6 blocks this way, lottery winner. 8 or 9 blocks this way, lottery winner. 12 blocks, another lottery winner. 15 blocks, a gas station with the most winners in this province. And I live on the edge of the province. There's an ocean, in a forest, in a small town. So a very small town on the edge of Canada, in a forest, in a rainforest, has the highest number of lottery winners. This wasn't so when I moved here. I'm not saying it's because of me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that's what it is. But it's more than that. None of them left. They didn't move out of their houses. They didn't buy big stuff. Some of them did a little bit of renovating. They just stayed right where they are. It doesn't get any better than this. You're going to have bigger houses. I could make this room 10 times as big. What good would it be? It doesn't help. It's what goes on in here. And the freedom to discover yourself. See, if you're stuck in a job 12 hours a day, there's not much time left to discover yourself, because by the time you eat, sleep, return to work, you're burnt. And so it locks you in. So when you get time, yeah, how do I explain that? I'm going to put that into a different video. I see, yeah, I understand. So what I just did is I just shut down and I just listened. Is there anything else you want me to say? There's no impulse. So it's kind of done. Anyway, I work a little bit here, I work a little bit there, and then I go to this, and I'll do a little bit here. And what I do now is I'm going to reach for a feeling of being loved. Of being loved. Just loved, for no reason. And I'm just going to reach for that feeling, because every turn, every knot will absorb that feeling. I just keep doing it all the way through. If I lose the feeling, then I stop. Lost my train of thought for a second. There's a native woman helping me make this. She's sitting beside me. I know, she's invisible to you. Is she really? Which side is she sitting on? Is she sitting on this side? Is she sitting on this side? That's the question.